Now let's look at what stories there are. We'll look at the newspapers very soon, but let's just start base with myjoyonline.com. You go up there. It has the page has a number of stories. Akufo-Addo will succeed a third time, and that's from the chief of Agona, Kwenyako, who is saying he's confident the flag bearer of the opposition New Patriotic Party, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, will emerge victorious the third time around as he makes his bid to become president of the Republic of Ghana. Among other stories also, we have photos of the Rawlinses and other visitors mourning with President John Dramani Mahama in the wake of him losing his mother. We know that the mother will be buried probably today. Will be buried actually today. We also have in Sawam MP cries over delay in the implementation of the quarry explosion reports, and we know that very incident that happened about 2 years ago still under limbo because the content of an investigative report on the subject has not been implemented. Okay, so we have anti-corruption summit. Also, you have a tidbit about a ministry of the Interior observing intelligence agencies amid opposition from members of parliament. And we have other stories like MPP's message in this election being peace, and that's a story attributed or sourced to the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Okay, so now let's go do the newspapers, and very soon we'll see how some of the stories have been shaped in the newspapers. You take a look at the Statesman and the other ones there. Very interesting stories they have. But let's start with the Ghanaian Times. Has on the front page, 2 Bulgarians grabbed for ATM fraud. Very interesting. And you can just have a vivid look at how they look like. 2 Bulgarians grabbed for internet fraud. Very interesting story. Former President Rawlings, Chief Imam, others mourn with President Mahama. We also have lawyers suspended for 500,000 Ghana cedis. But this very story about the fraud, let's take a look. It's on page 3 of the paper, and it says the Criminal Investigation Department of the Police Service has arrested 2 Bulgarian nationals for their alleged involvement in ATM fraud. They are Nikolay Peter Nedlikov and Peter Petrov Yadanov. They're both 24 and 33 respectively. They were said to have caused series of unauthorized ATM withdrawals from their victims' accounts using the J-Link platforms. And the Director General of CID, Commissioner of Police Prosper Aglo, said on December 7, 2015, the Prudential Bank Ghana Limited informed the police that they had received complaints from some customers about the series of unauthorized ATM withdrawals. They followed up with investigations and they caught up with these 2 Bulgarian nationals. Okay, then let's look at the Ghanaian Daily Graphic. It has on the front page 2 Bulgarians arrested also for allegedly cloning ATM cards. And then we also have Jospon Group shares benefits of business ethics after World Bank program. And then we also have 37 million Ghana cedis released as research allowance for lecturers, and lawyer Kodia suspended. On the back page, we have Bream Bridge renovation stalls, and this is due to lack of logistics, we're told, or that is what the story is indicating. And it says engineers renovating the bridge over the Bream River at Achimota have abandoned the project due to lack of logistics, and the situation has already dashed the hopes of drivers and pedestrians who were looking forward to the early completion of the project to ease the inconvenience they go through to travel to places beyond the riverbank. The difficulties some communities face in our country. We hope that that will be resolved very soon for them. And then we have front page of the Daily Guide. Kwabena Japan dams Afoko. Burkina contractor runs away from 82 million Ghana City road contract. And then we have Rawlings Mons with Mahama. MP feeds 1,800 BEC candidates. And those are the stories we have front page. I always like doing the center spread. And then we have Chasing Gamro, Bandex calls for support. We also have Gospel Stars Whole Peace concerts. And those are the stories we have in the center spread. Okay, usually it should be a pull out of News One. I hope it is. Today just the page design is a bit different than the usual, but we have the Daily Dispatch. It has on the front page Kweku Baako on Manasseh and the car gifts. The whole matter is not an issue, and that's the story we have on the front page of the Daily Dispatch newspaper. Front page of the General Telegraph. Car gift to President Mahama. Minorities chasing a ghost. Kweku Baako. Edward Mahama, Dr. Park disagree over Mahama car gift affair. And Kwabena Agyapong abandons Afoko in court. Car gift to Mahama cannot rightly be called a bribe. Kwesi Pratt. And President Mahama's mom goes home on Sunday. We also have on the front page of the Weekend Finder, pastor said to be adopting a 14-year-old girl and allegedly defiling her several times. Lawyer Susu asks, where is the state support for victims of crime? And those are the stories we have front page of the Weekend Finder. You have an inserted picture of Nana Oyelitha, who is the Minister of Gender, Children and Social Protection. We have front page of the Daily Statesman. How Mahama's advisor nailed him, says no responsible leader will accept the car gift he took. President stands accused of disgracing Ghana. We have up there Parliament call to duty over Mahama bribery scandal. Agona chief tells Akufo-Addo, you will succeed the third time. And let's not be influenced to overlook the harm Mahama is causing the nation. It's a story also in the paper. Front page of the Chronicle has the story. MPP is mad over attempt at political equalization in Mahama's car gift case. We will go ahead with or without NDC according to the IEA. I'm sure in relation to the presidential debate. We also have Japan Ditches Afoko, Mahama's 1,502 housing unit facility said to be ready. Front page of the Ghanaian Observer. Mahama's head on the block as Ghanaians bay for his blood over car gift. Baako defends President Mahama over car gifts. And Kwabena Agyapong dams Afoko, Akufo-Addo, others mourn with Mahama, and I will reduce utility tariffs. A story attributed to Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo on the campaign trail. Back page, we have how Roman Abramovich won approval for his Upper East Side Palace. And Lewin employs Bosu Kule as his publicist. Bosu Kule. Yai. We also have on the front page of the last paper, we're looking at the BNFT, that's the Business and Financial Times. SSNIT assures prudent investment as it targets more bank oil stocks. Valco holds key to do so. We have rising inflation lingers as it hits 18.9% in May. And Greatco owes PURC apparently 10 million Ghana cedis. And energy sector must be made attractive, according to Alex Kofi Mensah Mould, who is the chief executive for the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, the GNPC. Back page, we have success support, success for the future. And then we also have VW Group picks PhD to realign media budget for digital era. In the sub-region though, it should be announced. I'll be looking at some of the stories on City FM and the BBC page, but before I do that, let me look at a couple of your messages. We have this one. Good morning, Roland. You said the unemployed Nigerian graduates is not different from those in Ghana. I'm also a physically disabled university graduate from the University of Education, Winneba. I've since been searching for a job after completion the last 3 years. I'm trying to do a similar thing like this gentleman, but mine will take a different dimension. I will go to the street to beg for alms so that I can survive. I'm pleading to the government and private individuals to come to my aid. And that's from Samuel from Wale Wale. You want to help this very gentleman, his number is here. You can always do that. I think that'll be a good thing. Good morning. This is Adams from Cove Town. Roland, you said I look good this morning. Did you kiss your wife before coming to work? NDC and Mahama are confused. God save Ghana. Greets my Rahima at Kofodia Pole for me. Okay, Rahima. This one is from Adams, Cove Town. He says he greets you. Paul Afoko, it's a lawsuit, not long suit. Okay, Paul Afoko lawsuit in court is an exercise in futility. He should submit himself to the laws of the party. No MPP member is above the party's Council of Elders decision. Suspension does not mean withdrawal. And that's from K. Kusi Ejiso Besiase. And then we also have, I'm sorry to say this, but the Ghanaian media is not helping us. They are so much interested in politics and trivial issues that the real bread and butter issues are not given any attention. Example, Northern Region senior high schools are at home because they have no feeding grants, but no media house is talking about it. All we hear is this gift saga to president, which in my view is not an issue. The media should have investigated to know whether it is really received as a gift or not before rushing to the airways with the story. Please, can you do Ghanaians this favor by reporting about real issues, especially on the senior high schools in the north that have been sent or closed down because of the lack of feeding grants? And that's from Joe Dakola or Dakura at Kalio, near Nadoli, I believe. You said, Roland, I like your outfit. Very good. Contact me 0244516462. I'll give you my designer's number if you like it. Roland, I like your outfit. Brutal. Challenge me to I feel you brutal. But come what may, November 7, Anado will win hands down. And you again say hi to Ishmael of Mocap Microfinance near Mpoop and Pajo of Big Joe Shoes near Quadaso Union Markets. That's interesting. Now let's go look at what the stories are. City FM and then the Africa page of the BBC. So quickly we'll go there. City FM has the story on its main page. It said Kolebu suspends unpaid teachers, they charge NAGRAT, and Kolebu also suspends admissions at surgical units due to congestion. We also have NDC's absence won't affect the debate, and that's according to the Institute of Economic Affairs. We have Muhammad's mother to be buried today. Another story is there. Another soul perishes on Killer N1 highway. And we know the way sometimes we cross and the accident that tend to happen on the road. You just can't seem to fathom why those should be the reasons why people would die on that very road. It's supposed to be a highway, easing traffic, speeding, and also other road activities you want to do, but rather people cross indiscriminately. We've had concerns that there are not enough overpasses, etc., for pedestrians. But even in instances where pedestrians are close to normal overpasses, they just don't use them. They rather want to use the median or in between the medians. Just really doesn't make sense to many people. But let's look at the BBC if we can. And we go to the Africa page of the BBC. Kenya's gay test ruled legal. You can see two men kissing there. Okay. A court in Kenya discusses a case brought by two men who were allegedly forced to undergo anal testing by police to prove they were homosexuals. And then Ethiopia killed 400 Oromo protesters. Egypt's airplane voice recorder now recovered. And Niger says 34 migrant dead in result. We have African highlights. It says Buhari in perfect health. Somali suffocates in fish truck. And then deadly shooting spree in Uganda barracks, and apparently a Ugandan soldier killed 7 people, including 3 children, in a shooting spree at a military police barracks in the capital, Kampala. And West Ham, they've signed Algerian winger Feghouli, Segun Feghouli. Feghouli has now been signed by West Ham. He's going to play alongside Payet, Dimitri Payet, who has scored 2 in the Euros that is taking place currently. I'm talking about the Euros. We'll be having Sports Next, and Akwesi Dankwa, that's Benedict Owusu, will be available to give us a lot more of the sports and the latest highlight from that very world. Next, do stay on.